All right, so one of the more common questions we get from sailors is sailors that have trouble either hooking on or releasing their main halyard. So I want to run you through how the mechanism works and things you can do to improve it. So generally, hooking on is a relatively easy process. We pull the sail up, the ring runs over the top of the beak of the hook, sits on, and we pull down and we're in. The release mechanism, we pull up, the beak pulls into the center of the ring, we rotate the mast around, release the halyard, and the sail comes down. So that's how the mechanism is supposed to work. And you can run into a couple of different problems. The first one is the knot type. Now, skip to the second half of this video if you have an older system where the halyard sheave is not independent, it's not riveted on like this. The halyard sheave on older boats is inside the track. So if you've got one of those systems, skip to the end of the video and we'll run through some details on that. Now, the knot. The first thing to do is make sure that the knot is correct and not over complicated. So what we want to do is tie a simple thumb knot in the end of the halyard, and that's called a locking knot. And then we just simply tie the ring onto the halyard. So we end up with a nice little compact knot. So once that's set up, the system should simply pop on and off. And you'll see while the ring is on the hook, that we can get some chafe on the halyard in here. And over time that will chafe through, so just keep an eye on it. And if you need to, cut that little bit off and retie it on. You've got plenty of halyard there, so don't worry about that. Now, hooking it on, the only variable is which side your halyard will run on the hook. So that there, the halyard's running on the port side of the hook. That there, the halyard is running on the starboard side of the hook. And you'll just see that the way that the ring comes up there, the hook just engages with the rope, the knot, a little bit differently, and sometimes it can cause some problems hooking on and off. So try both sides. Now, troubleshooting getting the mainsail off. This, more often than not, is a technique issue. There is no need to pull the crap out of your halyard. Doing that is only going to damage things and get you frustrated. So what you want to do is simply just give the halyard a nudge. You'll feel it move about an inch or so. Keep the tension on the halyard. Rotate the mast around. Release the halyard and pull the sail down. Now to get the sail to, once you've rotated the mast, to get the sail to come down, quite often you'll need to let the mast rotate back at the same time you keep tension on the sail, and the sail will just drop down. So I hope that's helped, and I hope it keeps you out of trouble. If you've got any other options, post them below and we'll have a bit of a discussion about it. Now, the older style systems, and a lot of people out there may either have an older style system or be running an older style knot. So if your halyard hook and sheave looks like this, use this knot. If you're running an older system where your halyard sheave is inside the track, and look, those boats are going to be 10 years plus old, the knot was designed to be tied in here to the ring and shackle. So we simply tie our stopper knot and then an over and under. Just like this. And the mechanism works the same as before, where it goes up and over, And you can have it on the starboard side or the port side. But the complexity of this system is that because of the way the knot is tied, it can orientate in 4 different directions. So the first one is just like this, and you can have the stopper knot sitting on the back side of the hook, the shackle. Simply slide it through to that side. So now we have the stopper knot on the front side. Or if we tie this the other way around, you end up with the knot sitting on this side of the ring, and again it can sit on the back side or the front side. So you've really got 4 different ways that you can tie the knot. Now this knot is usually required on the older systems because the sheave and the hook are a little bit closer together, so you need that little bit of extra clearance. If you're still having trouble trying those different knot systems, you can tie to the top, but it can cause an issue where you just can't get the sail up high enough to unhook it. And that's why we've upgraded now to this system. So you simply tie it straight onto the top and it should work an absolute treat.